Good morning, students. Dear students, today we are going to start the new chapter of E.V.S, the chapter number 18. The name of the chapter is Birds. Students, God has made this beautiful earth. It is having so many amazingly beautiful things. God has made so many beautiful creatures. Out of these, I like birds the most. Have you ever noticed the color contrast of peacock? The parrot with black neck, white pigeons, owl that can rotate its neck round, ostrich bird that cannot fly. It is a bird, but it cannot fly. Wow, I am just having goosebumps whenever I discuss this beautiful world of birds. Here in the lesson, we would study about birds and how we can differentiate them. So let us peep into the amazing world of birds. Birds. Birds are the only creatures that can fly high in the sky. They are called aerial animals as they fly in air. Let us learn how they can fly. Now first we will discuss the body structure of the bird. See, look at the picture. It is the body structure of a bird. The birds have light and hollow bones. Although the bones are very light in weight, their framework is very strong. They are light in weight, but they are very strong. The framework has a peculiar shape that provides strength to the bird's body. This boat-shaped body of birds help them to cut through the air while flying. Feathers are attached to the wings of birds that allow them to fly. The birds change their direction with the help of their tail. So next is feather. Let's discuss the feather, different type of feathers. These are fur-like small structures present on the body of the bird. There are three kinds of feathers on a bird's body. Number one is body feathers. Look at the screen. These are called as body feathers. Body feather cover the entire body. These are small and soft. Second one is down feather. These are small, hair-like and light feathers that help to keep the bird's body warm. Next is flight feathers. Flight feathers are those feathers which are attached to the wings and tail of the bird. They help them to fly. They are bigger in size and stronger than the down feathers and body feathers. They have a control rod or quill. These feathers are tightly knitted. They help the birds to fly. Now next is muscles. A bird has strong muscles for moving its wings. They have very strong muscles. These muscles are called flight muscles. These help the birds to follow movements like upstrokes. Upstroke means fly upward. Movements and downstroke means coming down. Down movements. Wings are attached to the breastbone. These strong muscles. See, this is the picture of downstroke. Bird is coming down, and this is the picture of upstroke. It is flying upward. Now next is bird's beak. Birds also need some food like other living beings. They also need food. However, they do not have teeth to chew the food. They use their beaks and claws to catch, hold and eat. Like other animals, some birds eat flesh while some eat grains, fruits and seeds. The type of beaks and claws tell us about the kind of food they eat. Now next let's discuss about the type of beaks. Number one is strong, sharp and hooked beaks. Hooked means hook type beaks. Flesh-eating birds have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. They are called birds of prey, as they eat small birds and animals like chicks, mice, etc. Eagles, vultures, and kites are the examples of birds having strong, sharp, and hooked beaks to tear flesh. They are called as flesh-eating birds also. Next is short, hard, and horny beaks. Look at the picture. This is the example of this type of beaks. Grain-eating birds have short, hard, and horny beaks. Like sparrow, pigeons, and peacock are the example of this type of birds. Next is curved beak. Curved mean curved to downward. Nuts eating birds like parrot, they have curved beaks. A parrot have a curved beak. The curved beak of a parrot help it to crack nuts and hard fruits. They can crack the nuts or hard fruit with the help of their curved beak. Next is strong and chisel shaped beaks. Insect eating birds have strong and chisel shaped beak. A woodpecker is an example of a bird. This is a picture of a woodpecker. See, look at the screen. It has a long chisel shaped beak. It is strong also. This beak helps the bird to dig in the bark. Bark means the stump of the tree and take out insects. It can help the bird to take out the insects from the bark of a tree. Next is broad and short beak. Broad but very short beak. This kind of beak is broad and short and is sticky on the inside. Why sticky? A swallow has a broad and short beak. See, look at the picture. This is an example of swallow bird. It moves in the airs with its beaks open. It always keeps its beak open so that tiny flying insects get in and get stuck to the inner side of the beak. Now next is long and cylinder beak. Hoopoe. Hoopoe is a bird. Look at the picture. This is a hoopoe bird. Hoopoe bird has a long and cylinder beak. Therefore, it can pull out insects from the holes in the ground. Next is broad and flat beaks. Broad but flat. The broad and the flat beak of a duck has tiny holes on the sides. Look at the picture. These tiny holes. A duck has two tiny holes in the both side of the their beak. The duck takes in muddy water along with insects, worms, and water plants. The mud and the water flow out through the tiny holes, leaving the plants and insects inside the bird's beak. Duck is the example of that type of beak. So that's all about the beaks, type of beaks. Now next come to the feet and claws. What type of feet and claws birds have? As the beak of birds are suited to their method of eating, in the same way, their claws also help them to catch or clutch the food they eat. They also help them to move. Now first is flesh-eating birds. Flesh-eating birds like eagle and vulture have strong and sharp claws like talons. They are able to catch, live, prey like toads, rats, small birds, etc. They have clutch type of paws, or you can say claws. Next is perching birds. Perching birds have 3 toes in front. Look at the picture. They have 3 toes. And at the back. For example, crow, manna, and sparrow. Such toes help perching birds to hold on the branches. They can even sleep while perching. Next is scratching birds like hen and cocks. Some birds like hen and cocks eat buried seeds and insects. But it means who is digged in the ground. They have such type of legs which are strong and have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. These toes have sharp and hard claws to dig. Next is climbing birds. Birds like woodpecker. Look at the picture. This is the picture of woodpecker, as I told you earlier. And parakeet. Parakeet, so sweet bird. Parakeet have 2 toes which point upward, and 2 which point downward. These toes help them to climb up and cling to trees. Okay, next is swimming birds. Water birds have webbed feet. That means flat feet, like ducks. Look at the picture. This duck had webbed feet like this. They have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. The 3 toes located on front are joined by skin webs in between. The skin helps to push back water while swimming. That means it helps the duck to swim in the water. Next is wading bird. Bird like cranes, herons, etc. look different from other birds because of their legs. These long legged birds with spread out toes can wade through muddy water. Their legs do not sink into the mud, nor do their bodies get wet because they have long legs. So that's all about the type of feet and claws birds, different type of birds have. Now, do you know, students, kiwi and ostrich are flightless birds. They are birds, still they are flightless. Why? They have wings, but their bodies are too heavy to fly. They have wings, but they cannot fly because their bodies are too heavy to fly. Now let's recall, birds can fly due to light weight of bones, shape of the body, feathers and wings. Birds do not have teeth. They use their beaks to catch, hold and eat the food. Birds have different beaks based on different type of eating habits. Birds use claws to catch and eat food, to protect them and to move around. So dear students, I hope you understood the chapter well. This is a very beautiful chapter of beautiful creature, birds. Listen and watch the video carefully and try to understand and read the chapter thoroughly. Thank you and enjoy the chapter. Have a nice day.